When I was first diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, it was different. Mom was really calm and cool about it all, at least to me. And I knew this was hard for her, of course. I'm a mom. I get it. As my friend Shaz says, we don't even want our kids to have dandruff. So please know, I do get it. But Mom, I remember thinking how well she was handling it all, because this is a woman who doesn't want to know that I eat raw fish when I go out for sushi. However, in time, I discovered that Mom's recap of whatever was going on for me was always much more dramatic and tragic than my version, i.e. the real version. The way Mom was describing my situation or how she perceived my physical state was fascinating. I was convinced that when Mom looked at me, she didn't see me, yet she saw Amy Winehouse. And my sister told me that Mom looked at me and saw a sighted Helen Keller. The more facts I had to retell my family, the more it became clear to me that my mom was definitely processing this diagnosis and its implications. It turns out that one of her strategies was to talk to anyone who would listen about anything I was experiencing, and I eventually learned this the hard way. For example, my bladder. Please tell me how anything about my bladder is anyone else's business. I'm begging you. So we're on the phone, and she says, Shar, because that's how she talks. I was talking to my friend about your bladder, and she recommended this kind of juice. I'm sorry, what? You spoke to her about my bladder? Well, she has bladder issues too, Shar. And I cut her off. I'm like, of course she does. She's like 78 years old, Mom. Is nothing sacred? What about the word bladder isn't private? Well, I'm sorry, Shar, but this is all really hard on me, and I need to be able to talk about it. So Mom took a big step somewhere in the course of my disease, and she found herself a support group. She asked me how I felt about it. She had a place where she could go talk about it. I thought to myself, what on earth could she be talking about? I thought maybe if she went to a group, it would be good, because then she'd see other people in wheelchairs or hear stories about how people living with MS are not as fortunate as I am. I really thought she'd go one time and see the light, and that would be it. Oh, no. My mom became like freaking homecoming queen of the support group. After a while, Mom tried to get me to come with her to this group. She wanted me to meet her new friends and this new support system, and kept mentioning this mother-daughter duo that would always come together. Mom even tried to upsell the experience with, next time it's pizza night. This didn't make me want to go, of course, because I'm lactose intolerant. I really can't handle pizza, and come to think of it, why isn't she in a support group for my lactose intolerant? Well, Mom learned a lot in this group because they'd have guest speakers come and talk about new drugs or vitamin D, and in any group, she learned about others' struggles for support group with their MS. And it turns out that that mother-daughter duo were coming because the mother didn't actually believe that the daughter's MS could be so limiting. So my mom calls to tell me the story, and she says, and I tell you this story so you know what a wonderful mother you have, because I believe you have MS. Well, the very best was right before my husband left to go to a training in New York City, leaving me on the single mom trail for a week. But now, by this point in my treatment and my disease progression, I was dealing with a sense of fatigue that was really beginning to scare me. I'd put every ounce of energy into getting through the workday and would literally keep talking to our son on the ride home so I could stay awake as I drove. At night, I'd have him tuck me in instead of vice versa. It would be a lot like being underwater all the time. People would talk to me and I'd respond, but there'd be a delay. I certainly didn't feel like myself, and I was pretty nervous about my husband's upcoming trip. So my mom had come over the weekend before just to visit, and I told her about the trip, and I asked her if she could come by one night that week. She said it depended on which night. because Wednesday night she had support group. I stopped. I said, wait a second. Let's review. What you're saying is, are you telling me that you can't come out here and support me because you have to go to your support group? She says, well, I don't want to miss it, Shari. Well, now, whenever my friends can't get together with me for whatever reason, they just tell me they have support group. This is why my piece is called It's My Mother's MS. I just have it. I love her for many reasons, but first and foremost because she's so willing to have this disease right along with me. It's her MS, I just have it, and I love her, so I will share it with her no matter what. And oh, by the way, I did clear this material with my mom a while ago, and she tried to correct me. She said she never shared my bladder information with her friend. She said she shared it with cousin Shelley. So here's the thing. Yeah, I have no idea who cousin Shelley is.